Hey everyone, this is Turd Flinging Monkey. So I was watching this video from MGTOW called Response to MRA Jack Barnes. And this isn't a direct response to that video, but I want to talk about one particular topic that was brought up in that video, and I'll provide a link to that video in the description. So in this dialogue between Jack Barnes and MGTOW, the MRA accuses MGTOW of not caring for men who want to get married. Like, what about the men who want to get married? What if their way includes wanting to get married? I will put forth the idea, and you can agree or disagree with me in the comments, that no man really wants to get married. Marriage is not something a man's like, oh man, this is awesome. I can't wait to be a wage slave to a woman. I can't wait to beg her for sex. I can't wait to give her half my shit if she decides to leave. That's going to be awesome. Men don't want to get married. It's simply that for a very long time, not necessarily since the beginning, but for a very long time, this was a necessary hoop that men had to jump through in order to obtain what they actually wanted, which was reliable sex and a family. Marriage is horse shit. It always really has been horse shit. It was just kind of balanced shit. So think about what marriage is and what it provides to both parties. Marriage is a contract. It's both a legal contract and it's a religious covenant, whatever you want to call it, but it's mostly a legal contract. And what it does is it gives the woman financial security. Now, if you think about our instincts, women are hypergamous. They want to find the bigger, better deal. They want to make sure that they're financially secure. What marriage does is it allows the woman to be more secure. In most times without marriage, a woman would feel very insecure settling down with one man because he could leave. I talked about this in a video called Marriage Equals Mistrust. The whole reason women pressure their boyfriends to propose is because they want financial security. They're afraid that the boyfriend will get tired of them and dump them for another woman. They want that proposal, they want that ring, in order to tie him down so that he won't leave. They don't trust the man to stick around and take care of her for the long term. That is why marriage exists. Women demanded it, in order to give men reliable sex and a family. Now, what does the man get in exchange for offering this woman lifelong financial security? Well, the woman is supposed to have sex with him on the regular. In fact, the man used to be able to demand sex from his wife. Basically says, you know what, get on it right now, but that went away. In fact, any benefit to marriage that a man enjoyed has been taken away in the name of women's liberation. So now there is literally no reason for a man to want to get married. Especially not in today's world. I mean, maybe a couple hundred years ago, if you weighed the costs and benefits, you might err on the side of marriage. Especially if you really liked the woman and you thought you'd have beautiful kids together, I don't know. But in today's day and age, it's fucking bullshit. And I don't even think the men who claim to want marriage really want marriage. They know it's a bullshit deal. What they really mean is they want families. They want to have children, they want to raise their children, they want to enjoy their children, they want the companionship of a woman to help them raise their children. They want families. There's nothing in MGTOW that's necessarily anti-family. A man can have children. In fact, there are several MGTOW like Sandman and myself that are talking about asexual reproduction, the artificial womb, cloning, sex robots, that kind of thing. Basically having a family, having reliable sex, enjoying the benefits that traditionally came with marriage without the woman coming in and fucking things up for the guy. You can have a family without marriage. It's what animals do. There's no government, there's no feminism, there's no religion, there's no ceremony in animals. Animals just get together, they have families, and then eventually they may go their separate ways. Maybe they bond for life and stick together through thick and thin, but there's no marriage. Even in monogamous animals, there's no marriage. It's not like some bird flies down from the sky with a collar on and says,
"And by the power vested in me by the birds, I dub thee male bird and female bird. You may touch beaks."
It doesn't happen. There's no marriage. So what I would like to see, and the purpose of this video, is to move the conversation forward, because we're not arguing about the same thing. The MRAs who are pro-marriage aren't really pro-marriage, they're pro-family. And they see MGTOW attacking marriage as being anti-family. You need to separate the two. Men can have families without marriage through asexual reproduction, cloning, and so forth. Now, to speak to some of the points that MGTOW made, he talked about things like the life expectancy gap. The fact that when men are the breadwinners, they basically work themselves to death and die at an earlier age. And that women should work outside the home and not have kids because that would decrease her earning potential. While technically true, if a woman didn't have children, she would easily be able to work outside the home, perhaps earning as much as the man if it was in some sort of field that she wasn't held back by her physicality or something. While that's technically true, humans are going to reproduce. And this is where the rubber meets the road. I mean, we can wargame about different situations where men and women could technically be more equal or more equitable, but at the end of the day, as long as women have the babies, you can never have equality, because our biology prevents it. And this is why in my The Solution series, I talk about how ultimately I'd like to break out of this cycle through asexual reproduction. But in the meantime, if men are going to be more responsible, both financially and otherwise, over women and children, then they should at least be rewarded for it with authority over them, i.e. a patriarchy. But the institution of marriage should die. And all you MRAs who are trying to defend marriage, I mean, you know marriage is bullshit. The fact that you never see stories of men pressuring their girlfriends to get married, it's always the reverse. And why is that? Because the man is giving up far more than he's gaining. He gets married to his girlfriend because his girlfriend pressures him to, because he wants her to be happy. His happiness goes right out the door. To say that I'm choosing slavery, I want to be a good man, I want to choose slavery, so you should respect my choice. That's fine, I respect your choice. If you want to choose slavery, go at it. Then when you turn around and be like, I want to be a slave, and anybody who says anything about that is a pig, and you're just like a feminist.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
And that's all I gotta say. So this is Turd Flinging Monkey, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.